you're going to do everything that's necessary to bring it back. So when the man said, you want your sex back? I said, what you mean to avoid it? He said, stop eating. I said, for how long? 90 days. And if you believe that this is a lie, there is somebody in this audience, and I know that to be a fact. There is someone in this audience that is impotent, and they're going to try it. But I'm going to tell you, brother, when you start eating for 30 days, you're going to be ready. Not 90. Before the 90, you're going to be very well ready at 30. You will say, you need to tell me that just start eating does all of this? But of course, because what you have done, cleanse your arteries, your eyes clear up, your nerves get good again, you don't shake, your understanding gets better. Like C.C. Charles said he loved his wife. Of course he did, because I had removed his diabetes, I removed his poor circulation, I removed his high blood pressure. The boy is relaxed and he realized that he loved his wife. And when she came out the door and said, you said what? I love you. I always love you. And he's crying now because he's paying back for what he did, but he wasn't guilty like you are guilty. Sometimes then you find yourself angry at your wife, and then you say, I don't know why I never take it so far. And sometimes she, on the other hand, makes us a little bit angry, right? But the only reason why she goes through her little mood swings is there again. She's going through menopause. When it gets cold outside, it's hot with her. She want to open the window and you say, girl, what's wrong with you? It's cold. But she doesn't feel that because her body is out of balance. What brought it out of balance? The mucous membrane has been compromised. Every time we eat the food that God did not make, you would find yourself in trouble. Men like women. Anger, stress. So what I did, I perfected the compounds to remove the one disease that manifests in a million different ways. If the mucus is broken in the head, it's insanity, it's paranoia, it's schizophrenia. But if the mucous membrane has been compromised in the bronchial tubes, it's bronchitis. If the mucus is in the nasal passage, it's sinusitis. So it goes. Removing the mucus, you remove all disease. It is as simple as that. Dr. Sebi is not a scientist. He's not a doctor. He's a plumber. That's all I do, clean out the pipes. And there come life again. There's a young man in this city named Dockwell, Errol Dockwell. Anybody here know Errol? He makes these, the posters. He's an artist. Errol came to me, he's from St. Vincent. Errol came and he said, wait, I died. Errol couldn't breathe. Errol could not breathe. Errol was dying, his pressure was high, his eyes were bulging. 3 months later, Errol didn't eat anything for 3 months. Errol didn't eat anything for 6 months. Errol's wife called me and said, if you don't stop giving that man what you're giving him, I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill him. She was complaining about his impotence. Now she's complaining he's having sex with everybody in the neighborhood. Errol made one mistake though. After 6 months of not eating, Errol went to St. Vincent. And when he got to St. Vincent, the one person in your life that could always poison you and you have no defense against her happens to be your mama. So when Errol went home to St. Vincent, and his mother was cooking the chicken and dumplings, and this rice and pea, and this fried plantain, Errol passed the kitchen. He swore up and down he would never submit to it. But as he passed, and that stuff went by his nose, he stopped. He said, oh my God, am I going to submit to this thing just once? And he put the stuff in his mouth and he hit the bed. 4 hours later, for 6 months. You don't cheat life. After he cleansed his intestines and you put that stuff in there, he's going to react violently. So I tell you now, you and I are part of a perspective that yes, we cure AIDS. If I was a Russian in Russia curing AIDS, you would say the Russian people are curing AIDS. If I was a Chinaman in China curing AIDS, you would say the Chinese people curing AIDS. But as your brother standing in front of you, you don't say we cure AIDS. You say he cure AIDS. Single me out. Isn't that what's happening? Because we don't approve. We do these things. So now, I'm telling you tonight that we need not suffer with disease anymore. Africa, I feel sorry for Africa. Because I found out that there isn't one African country. I'm going to repeat. And you can take this abroad and say, Dr. Sebi said this, because I'm going to repeat it. There isn't one African country that is interested in the cure for AIDS. I'm going to add, there isn't one black American leader that is interested in the cure for AIDS. Name him, I want to hear him. In 1988, something happened in this country among the elite leaders and the religious leaders. Some Japanese came to America and they got a compound known as AZT. And the other one is interferon. And they coupled them together. And what did they make with that? Come on. No, come on. Interferon and AZT is the compound that produces Kimron. They told you and I that Kimron was from Kenya. No, that's not the truth. Whoever said that was telling a lie. Because I was interviewed by Kojonami in D.C. and they sent a young man from Kenya to defend Kimron. And I didn't know all of this, that thing with Kimron. I didn't know the history of Kimron until Kojo brought it out. Kimron is not even African. It was compounded in Japan with chemicals made in the United States, taken to Africa, and told you it was African. And we believed it. But did they support it? The Christian church supported it. The Muslim church supported it. But we who have proof that we create, did they support that? Well, aren't we in a better position than they are? Aren't we in the position to ask them how come he didn't support Dr. Sebi? And he come with the medicine of our fathers. What are they going to say? What is Oprah Winfrey going to say when she's told that there's a man killing AIDS and could show her proof? What is she going to say? Will she interview homosexuals? She interviewed thieves? She interviewed a whole bunch of folks. But she would never interview Dr. Sebi that cure AIDS. That means absolutely nothing. Yet, AIDS is a disease of the century. And if there's a cure, you would think that that would be embraced. Am I right? Right. Well, why not? So if you and I come together, it doesn't matter if the leader doesn't support it, right? Because the leader of a people has never been a male. Have you ever seen in the forest cubs following males? Who does the cub follow? How come we have male leaders? When you were small, you never follow your dad. You follow your mom 24/7. And my son, who saw me cure people of diseases, when he bruised his finger, Mom! He said, oh, isn't this something? The boy had to call on Mom. And I'm standing there. His mom is way in the kitchen. But he had to, because that's us. We are Mama's boy. I'm selling